What's up, guys? Welcome to the first 2025 flagship phone review of the year, and it is actually from Samsung. This is not a flagship phone, though. It's actually one of Samsung's most affordable phones that they launched in January. We have the Galaxy A14 5G with us, which costs around $200 or £200. So let's talk about this phone, starting with the design. It does look very similar to last year's A13, but there are a couple of key changes. One of those is that you now have a teardrop notch instead of a U-shaped notch, meaning you get a slightly bigger screen. Secondly, we have Gorilla Glass protection on the back panel as well as on the front. Thirdly, the camera module has changed. Now, it's not a big change, but it does look better than last gen. And then in terms of colors, we have 4 colors for this device. We have black, green, light blue, and this gray color. Personally, I like the gray. I think it looks really good. It's a matte gray, not a glossy one, but all 4 of them look nice. In terms of build quality, I was actually surprised by this phone because although it's made out of plastic, it doesn't feel cheap at all. If anything, it feels better built than some of the $300, $400 phones from last year. In fact, it feels very similar to the likes of the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra in terms of build quality. That surprised me. Like when I picked this up, I was like, wow, this actually feels solid. You also get IP67 water and dust-resistant rating. So again, this is something that you don't usually see on budget phones. You get a 6.6-inch 90Hz PLS LCD display. The resolution here is 1600 by 720p, so not the best. Considering this is an entry-level phone, I think it's fine. It's not going to be the sharpest, but it gets the job done. The 90Hz refresh rate works well. It's not like a super noticeable 90Hz refresh rate, but it's definitely smoother than a 60Hz screen. And yeah, overall, I think this display is fine. You can see there's a little bit of a teardrop, so you lose a few pixels there, but it's fine. I mean, it's not the best, but it's good enough for this price range. The chipset here is the Exynos 1330, which is a new chipset from Samsung. It's based on a 5nm process, and it's actually quite powerful. I would say this is probably the most powerful entry-level phone from Samsung in recent times. It's even more powerful than their mid-range devices from last year. When it comes to benchmarks, this phone does really well. But what I'm most interested to see is how it performs in terms of gaming. So I tried playing Call of Duty Mobile, PUB, and Minecraft. All 3 games worked just fine. I had no issues whatsoever. PUBG plays at HD graphics and high frame rates, so the gameplay is smooth. There were no stutters or lags. Call of Duty Mobile also played very well, although it's not as graphically demanding as PUB. But yeah, overall, in terms of gaming performance, this phone does really well. The cameras here are also pretty good. I took a bunch of photos with the A14, and they turned out nice. I think Samsung has always done well in terms of cameras in the A-series lineup, so no surprises there. You have a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 2-megapixel macro lens, and then a 2-megapixel depth sensor. The selfie camera here is 13 megapixels. And I think these cameras are good enough for this price point. They're not the best, but they're definitely solid. Now, in terms of battery life, you get a 5000 mAh battery, which is the same as last year's model. But since the chipset this time is more efficient, you do get slightly better battery life. I would say it's about an hour or 2 better than last year's model, which is already great. So this is basically everything you need to know about the A14. Now, this is not the best phone ever, but it's definitely one of the best value phones out there right now. If you're looking for a new budget phone, then this is definitely one of the best options. Not only do you get great performance, but you also get great battery life, a decent display, and good cameras. That's it for my quick review of this phone. Let me know what you guys think about this phone in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.